So search engine optimization is um, one of the most covered topics in online marketing today. Everybody knows, or has at least heard of the term search engine optimization, but I want to break it down for you in terms of what it really means, because there are quite a few components to search engine optimization, and it's not just, you know, uh, improving the way your page is designed. So let's look at these now. So what I consider to be SEO, or search engine optimization, critical components, the number one component I think when it comes to search engine optimization is link popularity. It's important for you to get links to your site from high quality websites using the hyperlinks and anchor text you desire. I'm going to show you how to improve your link popularity very effectively today. But I just want you to understand that this is not a quantity game as much as it is a quality game. If you have really good quality links that have high page rank or just high popularity in general, you're going to do very well. You could have 10,000 crappy links on forum signatures, all over the internet, or you could have 500 really good links from some high quality sites like Flickr and YouTube and high quality Web 2.0 sites. So we're going to discuss link popularity at further length in this video. Page and site structure, we've already covered meta tags and titles and all that kind of stuff, so that falls under this category. But the additional factors here I want to talk about are domain name keywords, so the keywords that are actually in the domain name itself, the page names themselves, content duplication. You can't have the same site in 60 different places on your domain. Google's going to punish you for that. A simple example when it comes to page names, meaning the file name of your website pages. Here I'm using a free chocolate sample, so a good page name would be get-free-chocolate-by-mail.htm. A bad page would be page2.htm, which doesn't tell Google anything about the content of the web page. And again, we don't want to keyword load these pages. Be descriptive about what is on the page. Instead of saying contact us, you could say, contact us for free chocolate, or contact us for internet marketing, or something like that, .htm. Again, important to be relevant to the content of your page. Site depth and visitor statistics. Not a lot of people know that Google actually tracks the information about your website and uses it to determine your rankings. Google Toolbar is actually collecting data about how long people spend on a website, the number of pages they visit, the bounce rate, which is the percentage of people who hit their back button after landing. All of this information is used to determine a site's quality and ranking. So it stands to reason that a site with a 50% bounce rate might be better than one with an 80% bounce rate if all other things in terms of link popularity and site structure and everything else were equal. So don't think this just comes down to, I've got more links than the other guy, why am I not at the top of Google yet? Quality counts here. So if you've got something readable, if you've got some gripping content, good headline text that pulls people in and makes them want to read more, subsequent pages for them to read through, you're definitely going to have a better user experience in terms of how Google tracks people's usage of your website, which will stand to reason that you will see better rankings with Google. Other critical components here, these are lower down on the list but still very important. Domain age. It is one of the least important factors, and in some cases can be irrelevant. I use some examples of domains that I've just recently registered in this course, but the age of the domain can come into play, especially when you're dealing with older key phrases that you're trying to go after. I mean, I have some domains that are 11 and 12 years old, and they do extremely well in Google just based on their age alone. They've always been live, so Google ranks them well because they've got a good history. And some people don't even realize that how long the domain is paid for can play a role too. If you've got a domain that's expiring next month, it doesn't look as good in Google's eyes as a domain that has a 10-year window on its expiry. They know you're not going to go anywhere. Another critical component is the host that you choose, the web host that you choose. And there's really no way to know for sure if that host is banned from Google, but the best way to do it is to actually search for their domain name on Google, and if nothing comes back or their website doesn't come back, chances are they're in what we call a bad neighborhood. And a bad neighborhood just means that somebody along the way has abused Google using that hosting company. Maybe they put too many domains up with the same, regurgitated articles, or they did something else to spam Google with too much content. And sometimes what Google will do is they will ban not just one IP address, but they'll ban an entire block of IP addresses, thousands and thousands of IP addresses on one particular hosting company or ISP. So, it's important to understand that this is a factor. It usually doesn't come into play for people if they're using big hosting companies, but it is something that you're going to want to do. Go and look for your hosting company on Google and make sure that they're getting ranked and that they actually have a listing on Google. If they don't, it's a sign. It doesn't necessarily mean for sure, but it is a sign that they may be considered a bad neighborhood with Google, which could be affecting your ability to rank. It needs to be mentioned here. I don't like their service at all, but I do use Yahoo Small Business Hosting for many of my sites. My experience shows that Google really likes Yahoo's IP address blocks, and many of my new sites get picked up by Google within days of going live. So if you're looking for a hosting company, I don't recommend them from a service perspective. Their service is awful, but in terms of having an easy to use host, they can they'll give you a domain and a hosting account for I think $9 a month with tons of great tools like WordPress blogs and all kinds of things you can just one-click install into your website. So that's also a very good hosting service. So let's start with link popularity. Link popularity is probably the most important component about. Really, this whole course is all about link popularity, but it's also about building traffic from other websites. But the two kind of go hand in hand. So I'm going to show you a diagram here. Now, this is a diagram that I use in my courses to illustrate how link popularity works. So in the middle here is a picture of your website, and stuck to your website are blogs that you may be running, pages on your website, videos that you've published, press releases that you may have done, images that you've got out in the web space, other websites that support your site on some level, and articles that you may have written. And then on the outside is sort of this web of different sites. So if we start at the top here, we've got Scribe.com. They're a document sharing site, so your PDFs would get uploaded to them. Digg.com would be a social bookmarking site. You would actually link your scribed content to Digg.com. You would also link your YouTube videos, your Google videos, possibly your blog posts. Almost everything else in this list would actually get submitted to Digg. Delicious is similar as well. It's another social bookmarking site. You would submit all of your content to Digg. We're going to talk about all this kind of stuff shortly here, but I just kind of wanted to show you this diagram to illustrate. Some people might get this just by looking at it. Others are probably going to need a little bit more explanation. So if it confuses you now, don't be afraid. There will be more explanation, and you'll get it at the end of this course. So how do I get more link popularity? Well, I have a 3-step process that I use, and if you do this every single day of the week, you will get more and more link popularity, and you will build more and more traffic to your website. It's hard work. Nothing comes easy, but I'm to the point now where I have assistants and staff that do this stuff for me. I don't actually do a lot of this stuff myself anymore. So step 1. You're going to create content. Content is going to be photos, videos, or articles. Step 2 is you're going to publish your content. That means you're going to upload your content to, photo sharing sites, video sharing sites, article sites, or document sharing sites. And number 3 is you're going to promote your content. So you're going to take that content that you just uploaded and you're going to submit it to social bookmarking sites and voting sites and other sites that will basically accept your link. So how do we create content, or what kind of content do we create? Number one is photo content. This could be pictures you take of your office, products, people, or anything else related to your website or your content. And photos get published on sites like Flickr.com, PhotoBucket, etc. If you want to find a complete list of photo sharing websites, go to Google and search for photo sharing. There are new photo sharing sites going live every single day. I could put a list together, but it would never ever be up to date. There are thousands of photo sharing websites on the net, and if you really wanted to drill down, you could submit photos to all of them. Number two is written content, articles that you write about your subject. You can outsource your article writing. That's what I do for the most part. I'm just too lazy to write my own articles, to be honest with you. I can get it done for so cheap, that I just get people to write articles for me. But you can write them yourself as well. And of course, in your articles, you want to make sure to use anchor text, hyperlinks within. So, in my case, if I'm writing about my internet marketing course, everywhere the internet marketing course is mentioned in my document, I'm going to want to link it back to my website, or make money online, or any of the keywords that I'm kind of going after. So, articles that you create can be uploaded to Scribe.com or other article websites. Really, there's two things you can search for here on Google to find a complete list. So there's two things you can search for. First one is document sharing. Scribe.com is a document sharing website, so similar to YouTube. You would just upload your PDFs or your Word documents directly to Scribe, and they're going to publish that content for you. Another example of a document sharing site would be docstoc.com. Just do a Google search for document sharing, and you will find dozens of really good quality document sharing sites. There are more popping up, but it's still a pretty new concept on the internet. Document sharing hasn't caught on as strongly as video and photo sharing has, but it probably will sooner or later, and it's definitely worth doing. And then the other category for written content would be article websites. So if you search for upload article or publish article, you're going to find there are literally thousands of article websites out. And I'm going to put a link list together on my website of some of these sites that I use, or that we use personally. But again, do your research, search Google, and you're going to find more of these sites than I could ever keep you up to date with. So I think it's important to stay on top of new sites, because Google likes a lot of these new sites. Number three, of course, video content. You see this stuff everywhere. People using YouTube.com to talk to the camera, or talk to their customers, or they put up their customer testimonials, or demos of their product, or pictures of or videos of pretty girls. I like to upload videos of girls playing with money, or whatever it might be. Any kind of video content. I mean, you can shoot video with your cell phone today. There's no excuse for not having video content out there in the Web 2.0 space. So again, you're going to publish your content. You're going to upload using various photo and video and document sharing websites. You can upload your content to hundreds of high quality websites. Make sure to provide your site's URL and your profiles whenever possible. And you're going to promote your content. So to promote your content, you're going to submit the content that you've uploaded, list your content on the various social bookmarking, voting, classified, and networking sites. Your content links back to you. So all you need to do is build the popularity of your content. Again, this looks a little scary right now. I'm going to take you through every single step, every single website, in all of my videos here. So this is just sort of a high-level overview of what we're going to talk about today. So don't let this, steer you. This is definitely just explaining what we're going to do. We're going to dig right down into the details and do every one of these sites step by step, so that you can get your head around how things are done.